Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Well, we actually read it earlier today. Well, we read it yesterday, but we released it today.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's going out later than we had liked. So, but today, whatever, we read Jeremiah chapter 39.
Correct.
And in that episode, I believe King Zedekiah had his eyes gouged out by King Nebuchadnezzar. Because, they caught him.
Because that's how you do.
Yeah, he was told he's going to get screwed over. So he did. And then, let's see, Jeremiah got told he was gonna. He got treated kind of like stately, very well.
Kind of like how you would treat
somebody who's on
traitor.
Your
Yeah.
team. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And on top of that, the guy that tried to help him out and rescue him out of the cistern and all that, the Abed-Melech. Yeah. He got also treated well by Nebuchadnezzar.
Curiouser and curiouser.
It is. It solidified my ideas with regard to him being a double agent. Yeah, for sure.
The important thing to note in that chapter is that Jerusalem got breached and went down.
Yeah, and the other important note is that being the case, this is the beginning of the Babylonian exile.
Right.
So those are the two important factors as far as timelines go and things like that. But the storyline, the double agent shit, I'm loving it. I love it.
So good.
It is great shit.
It really needs to be some kind of Netflix series.
It really does. This needs fanfic something.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So that was Jeremiah chapter 39.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're reading
Jeremiah chapter 40.
All right. Let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are hopping into Jeremiah chapter 40.
Okay.
And just a quick note before we hop into the chapter.
Oh, boy.
It's not what you think it is.
No?
No.
Oh.
This chapter is part of that narrative section consisting of chapters 37 to 44.
Oh, okay.
So we are in Storyland.
Sure.
Let us not forget.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So.
It's not a different chapter in the
Not that I could find. Not that it was noted.
That seems very odd to me.
I didn't see that it was listed separately, so I'm just going with it.
All right.
All right.
I'm calling BS on this, but okay.
The word came.
The word.
Or I'm sorry, the word that came.
The word that came. Okay.
To Jeremiah from the Lord after Nebuchadnezzar. No, wrong. It's
Wrong.
the other Neba guy.
Oh.
Nebuzaradan.
Okay.
Sorry. My brain was just it says Neba, the rest is...
Sure.
Yeah,
Knezer.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me start that sentence over again.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord after Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him bound in chains among all who were carried away captive from Jerusalem to Judah, who were carried away captive to Babylon. And that's the end of the sentence.
Oh, so that's a really weird sentence.
It's not a sentence. It's an intro, actually. It reads it's set up as a sentence. That's verse 1.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I am about to be a sentence, but until you get to the end of this, you won't know it's not a sentence and that it is actually...
just a title-ish type thing.
Right.
Got it.
That was the period.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said to him, "The Lord your God has pronounced this doom on this place. Now the Lord has brought it." Boom. He brought the boom. And has done just as he said.
Wait. The captain of the guard said this?
Yeah.
Wait, now the captain of the guard is speaking for the Lord?
Mm-hmm.
The captain of the guard...
No, the captain of the guard isn't speaking for the Lord. The captain of the guard is like, man, your God brought this.
But he's saying this to Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah is literally the one that was telling everybody that God was going to bring this shit. So
clearly, we're supposed to believe that the captain of the guard is one of two things. He's either...
dumb?
That's not what I was going to say, but you're probably right. No, he's either really, really impressed, like, wow, your God is awesome, and he did this stuff.
Yeah.
Or, which I never believe when they say that people outside of the religion are impressed with their God.
Right,
like, talking about their God. That never
we've
happens.
Talked about that before. That's
right.
So
we're supposed to believe either that, or that more likely he was somebody who was already familiar with Jeremiah, and they had already
maybe he was like Jeremiah's handler,
right?
Like as the double agent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like they probably, and he's like, "Damn, this shit happened. Whoa!"
Right.
And then Jeremiah rewrote that to be like, "Damn, your God brought this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like I think it's that.
I think Jeremiah just like tooting his own horn and saying how other people were like. He's like, other people totally said the same thing I said. See.
Yeah. Other people were so impressed with me. God. I mean, God. Yeah. Okay, so the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said to him, "Whoa, the Lord your God has pronounced this doom on this place. Now the Lord has brought it and has done just as he said." Just as you said he said.
Right,
but
yeah.
Whatever.
You, Jeremiah.
Let's not mince words.
Who I'm talking to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you people have sinned against the Lord, you know, the Lord that I don't fucking believe in.
Because you people who follow a different God than I do sinned against your God. He who I don't give a shit about is punishing you. Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, no, this conversation never took place. I'm just here to tell you. And anyway, since you guys sinned against the Lord and you have not obeyed his voice, therefore this thing has come upon you. And now look, I free you this day from the chains that were on your hand.
Okay.
You know, because your king fucking told you to, dumbass.
Yeah, right.
Like, if it seems good to you to come with me to Babylon, come and I will look after you.
The alternative is...
But if... This is where I'm saying that Jeremiah gets he gets treated really well. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
But if it seems wrong for you to come with me to Babylon, remain here. So he gets a choice.
Wow.
He can stay with the remnants that got left behind, or he can go to Babylon and be looked after by the head of the guard.
Yeah.
Where he would probably be
treated well, obviously. They're letting him out of his chains and shit. So, like, ordered by the leader of their people. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
By name,
you know?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guard is like giving him the choice because the guard's in charge of him. The guard's like, you can come or go. Either way is fine. Whichever you think is better.
You get a pass.
Yeah. You get to choose.
Right.
Nobody else. Just you.
Right.
See.
Maybe Abed Melech.
Right. I don't know. See, all the land is before you. Wherever it seems good and convenient for you to go there. So he's like, the whole world is yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decide what you want to do with it.
Thanks for playing on Team Babylon, and you're free to go, man.
Yeah.
Right.
See ya.
Okay.
Now, while Jeremiah had not yet gone back, Nebuzaradan, sorry.
Yeah.
Checking my brain.
Sure.
Nebuzaradan said, "Go back to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon has made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people." Or, go wherever it seems convenient for you to go. So the captain of the guard gave him rations and a gift and let him go.
Wow.
Okay.
A gift even.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right? So in other translations, it says rations and supplies.
Okay. All right.
Which makes
Fair enough.
sense.
Yeah.
Also, let me read one more verse.
But I do like the gift idea, though, because of the double agent stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like payment in full,
Yes, you are gold. You are good to go. Then Jeremiah went to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people who were left in the land. Okay?
Yeah.
So let me read you some notes that I have now.
Sure.
Okay? So Gedaliah was the son of Ahikam, as we said.
Right.
The son of Shaphan, who was Josiah's secretary. And he's the one that carried the newly found scroll to the king way back when.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
The newly found scroll.
There was a newly found scroll when he found some word of God stuff.
Okay.
And then Josiah was like, cool, because he was one of the good kings.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Only I do kind of remember something like that, but only vaguely.
Right.
So
Ahikam, so these are all God people that we're talking about now, okay? Ahikam was part of the delegation that Josiah sent to the prophetess Huldah. He also offered protection to Jeremiah after he had preached the temple sermon. So these people were all in good graces with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah was in good graces with them.
Got it.
Okay, and these were people of higher status.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
In appointing Gedaliah, it was apparent that Nebuchadnezzar no longer trusted the men of the house of David. So he chose a man who had administrative experience, but was not of the royal line.
Got it.
And also, might I suggest, people who had been probably helping to bring Babylon in.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
These people were all on Jeremiah's side, and Jeremiah was on Babylon's side. Yeah. So I just have to believe that there was this cabal, and that there was a whole coup that happened, and so
it feels that way.
Nebuchadnezzar is giving back the land to the people that he hand plucked.
Yeah.
You know, who had helped him.
Right.
Okay. So Jeremiah then lived among the poorest and most wretched of the land.
Except for the people that were in charge that he was actually staying with.
Right. But he stayed with those who were not sent to Babylon.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The great bulk of these Judeans were of the underprivileged classes, but there were others, including some royal princesses, as well as remnants of the Judean army who may have been engaged in guerrilla activity against the Chaldeans.
Wow, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You don't really think of that when you're thinking of biblical times, guerrilla activity, guerrilla warfare and stuff like that. That's very interesting.
Underground.
But that would describe a lot of
rebels.
the stuff that would describe a lot of the stuff earlier in the Bible when the Canaanites were not ever completely destroyed.
Yeah.
And they just kept being there.
Yeah.
They were obviously engaged in some sort of guerrilla warfare and running over here to stay alive and then going over there and whatever,
Mm-hmm. Hiding out in somebody's attic.
Yeah, sure.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just thought that was kind of, okay.
Yeah, right.
I had no idea.
And I wonder how they felt about, I wonder how those guerrilla warfare people felt about people like Jeremiah and, all these people that stayed to run the kingdom for Nebuchadnezzar. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
And when all the captains of the armies who were in the fields, they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, governor in the land, and had committed to him men, women, and children, and the poorest of the land who had not been carried away captive to Babylon, then they came to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Ishmael, the son... Call me Ishmael. Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah. Johanan and Jonathan, the sons of Kareah. Saraiah, the son of Tannemeth. The sons of Ephi, the Netophathite. And Jezaniah, the son of Maachathite. They and their men.
Okay. Yep.
And Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, took an oath before them and their men, saying, "Do not be afraid to serve the Chaldeans. Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you.
Okay.
As for me, I will indeed dwell at Mizpah and serve the Chaldeans who come to us. But you gather wine and summer fruit and oil, put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities that you have taken."
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Likewise, when all the Jews who were in Moab, among the Ammonites and Edom, who were in all the countries, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, then all the Jews returned out of all places where they had been driven and came to the land of Judah to Gedaliah at Mizpah and gathered wine and summer fruit in abundance.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they were like
All of them?
happy or whatever.
But that doesn't make any... Like, it sounds like the return to Judah.
Right.
But I know it wasn't because that was 70 years down the line.
Yeah.
So this is some other return to Judah? Or I'm interested in what that meant exactly, I guess. But like...
I guess it's like they were saying, okay, so Babylon is letting some of us live now that they've conquered Jerusalem and burned it down.
Yeah.
They're letting the rest of us live, and they're saying, and they put people that we know in charge.
Right.
So I guess it's safe to come out of hiding and come over here.
So like maybe the people out in the countryside and stuff like that were like, well, let's go move into the city. There's plenty of room now.
Right. That's rude. All right, but things about to get dark.
Okay, yeah.
Moreover, Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields came to Gedaliah at Mizpah and said to him, do you certainly know that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to murder you?
Wow.
Right?
Man, this is quick to get back to the whole,
intrigue.
And yeah.
But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, did not believe them. He was like, nuh-uh, no way.
Why wouldn't you... Whatever.
Nobody would try to murder me. I'm awesome.
Okay. All right.
I'm a good guy. Who would want to murder me?
I mean, you were installed by an enemy force, so,
Then Johanan, the son of Kareah, spoke secretly to Gedaliah in Mizpah, saying, let me go, please, and I will kill Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and no one will know it. Why should he murder you so that all the Jews who are gathered to you would be scattered and the remnant in Judah perish? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, said to Johanan, the son of Kareah, you shall not do this thing, for you speak falsely concerning Ishmael. Ishmael would never want to kill me. So, okay, I got some notes. Ready?
Right. Yep.
Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, was of royal heritage. He was an enthusiastic member of the anti-Babylonian party.
Oh.
And he was both jealous of and filled with hatred for Gedaliah.
Got it.
Okay.
An anti-Babylonian party. Like, this sounds like a political party.
Right? Yeah. Not a balloons and ice cream party.
You can call them the anti-Babs.
The anti-Babs. I love it. Now, since Ishmael, the would-be executioner, was of the royal house of David,
yeah,
he may have been slighted or may have felt slighted in being passed over for the responsible office of governor. So Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had won his trust in some way.
Got it.
And that's why dude was like, no way, he would never try to kill me. Gedaliah's like, I love this guy. Why would he try to kill me?
Right.
What do you think's going to happen?
He's going to get killed.
Who could know? That's next chapter.
Oh. I mean, I think it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because anybody who's that trusting it,
when they mention it like that. When they set it
up like that, yeah, it's a done deal.
They didn't know how to do foreshadowing very well back then. They really needed some literary agents and editors and stuff.
Right. I feel like they're trying really hard to carry on this story in Judah when there's not really a story to be had there.
Right.
Like, the Babylonian exile has started.
It's not just exiled. Started. It's done. It's on.
Right. And this is the remnant that they left.
Yeah.
To field or to man the fields and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is like try hard here.
Right.
This is not really needed. Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
But it is interesting to find out that there is still David's descendants around. So
yeah,
and they're clamoring for but Jeremiah seems to be on the other guy's side.
Right.
Maybe. Right. I don't know. We'll see. Jeremiah's got a bad lot. He always gets in these predicaments where he's going to get in trouble for saying what he says. So it would make it more interesting to finish out the rest of the book if we had some more,
machinations and intrigue.
It wouldn't be any fun if you had everything was rosy and good. So yeah,
got to get some politics up in here.
Definitely.
They're still fighting for power. The whole city is done, gone, and burned down, and the land has been conquered, and they're still fighting for power over what's left.
Right.
That is hilarious to me, honestly.
Yep. So that was Jeremiah chapter 40.
Sure as fuck was.
And before I get into what we're doing next, but I do want to cover this. So this is coming out as soon as we get done recording this, which is early morning, like after midnight on what would have been Friday.
Friday night.
Is now going into Saturday.
Right.
So we're going to get this out now. And then tomorrow we're going to be recording the Q&A at some point later in the evening tomorrow. And then we'll be recording the book club, I think, on Sunday at some point. But it won't be like our normal morning release times.
Right.
So I apologize for that in advance.
We're still working to catch up.
Yeah.
And we don't want you slighted over, us having missed days so you guys get less content. We're trying to give you the same amount of content, but the schedule has had to be changed around a little bit so that we can squeeze it all in.
And this just lets us do it in a way that is less stressful for us. So
rather than doing 3 episodes all in one day.
Yeah, we're going to keep it on schedule this week, but it is going to be a little behind schedule in that schedule.
Yes.
So, anyway, that was Jeremiah chapter 40.
Sure as fuck was.
And like I already said what we'll be back with, so I guess I don't really got to cover that. But beyond that, on Monday, we will be back with
Jeremiah chapter 41.
All right, we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.